Welcome back to my channel. On today, I want to show you how to make a delicious salmon. I'm going to go ahead and fillet it. I don't have a boning knife. I'm going to end up using the chef knife, but stay tuned. I'll come back and show you what I do next. All right. I went ahead and filleted our fish, our salmon, or your salmon, however you would like to pronounce that. So now I'm going to go ahead and squeeze some fresh lime. And whatever I do to the front, I'm going to go ahead and do it to the back. And now I'm going to add some of my Epis on there, like that. Let me go ahead and rub it all over. Like this.
One more time.
And now I'm going to add some of my fish seasoning. Okay? Like that. You can use Maggie. Use some garlic powder, onion powder, paprika for coloring, black pepper, I'm going to pour a little bit of olive oil on the top like this, just so we could be able to spread out our seasoning. Okay? I'm going to use my hand and just spread my seasoning everywhere. Because for some reason I lost the recording on yesterday where I cut them into pieces. But I did allow this to marinate overnight because I wasn't going to cook it until today. But you could just go ahead and let it marinate for a few, 30 minutes, and it'll be ready to go. So in my pan here, I have some oil. So I'm going to take our season. I think I should have used a bigger pan. I don't think I'm going to have room for all three. So I'll go ahead and start off with the three, and then we'll go ahead and do the last one. So I'm allowed to get a nice color, and then I'm going to flip it over, and I'll come back. All right, after a few minutes, I'm going to go ahead and okay, it's good. If you don't want it to cook too much, just want a little color on it. Now I have enough room for the other piece. Move it aside. I'm going to go ahead and put this piece in now. Alright? And then I'll come right back. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and flip this one. Okay, so it's ready to go. I have my oven at 350 degrees. I'm going to go ahead and allow it to finish cooking in the oven. Okay? All right, while my salmon is in the oven baking, now I'm going to make a sauce. As you can see, in my pan, I add some oil. You would see mine will differ from others. Some will make a sauce with the salmon in the pan and allow it to boil forever to the point where it's dry. So I don't like mine to be dry, so I'm going to show you my way of making it. Okay? To my oil, I add just a little bit of Epis, not much, because my fish, while seasoning it, we did add some on both sides. Okay? So we're going to cook our Epis just a little bit. Not to the point where it's going to burn or nothing, but we're just going to cook it. As a matter of fact, my stove is on a medium which would be a number 6 in my case. All right, so now I'm adding some tomato sauce that I have frozen. So instead of, leaving it in the refrigerator, I like to freeze it. And then whenever I want some, then I'll go ahead and, cut a piece out and use it. Okay, so this way we don't have no wastage. All right, so we're going to go ahead and allow our tomato paste to cook until we remove all of the raw taste of the tomato. You can use tomato paste as well, but I just happen to have had frozen some tomato sauce. Okay, so we're going to allow that to cook for a little while, and then I'll come back and show you what I do next. All right, our tomato paste is cooked. I'm going to go ahead and add some water. So now you're going to add as much or as little water. I'm going to add in my parsley and fresh thyme. I'm going to squeeze some fresh lime in. And then for flavoring, we're going to add some garlic powder. Some of the same things that we added to our salmon. That was garlic powder and onion powder. And now I'm going to add a handful of our fish seasoning, or you can use Maggie. And also, I want some heat, so I'm going to add some of this Calypso hot sauce. Not too much heat, but just a little something, something. Then I'm going to go ahead and give this a stir. See how nice and thick our sauce is? So I'm going to allow this to cook. Let me give it a taste. The spiciness is fabulous in here. Let me give it another taste. Okay. It does need a little more salt. So I'm just going to add a pinch of salt in here. And let's add some black pepper. Now this should take it where it needs to be, but just to be sure, you just want to taste it again. It's not going to hurt. Now that's fabulous. That's absolutely fabulous. Okay, so we're going to allow this to come to a boil and let it boil for maybe about a minute or two, then I'll come back. All right, our sauce has been cooking for a few minutes. So now I'm going to just add some onions and some bell peppers. Okay, I don't have any green or red, so I'm going to work with what I have. Okay, so I'm not going to allow this to cook too much in here, because now we're going to pour this all over our salmon. Okay, and just pour it all over my salmon like this. Doesn't that look lovely? Now I'm going to stick it back in the oven. All right, guys, just wanted to show you our finished product. It is absolutely delicious. It looks amazing. I'm going to go ahead and serve it with some rice and vegetables, but you can go ahead and enjoy this with whatever you like. And I also want to mention, remember, bake it halfway before you add your sauce, and then allow it to cook the rest of the way, so this way it won't dry out. Until next time, like, comment, do not forget to subscribe. It's delicious, y'all.